By your endurance, you will gain your lives. My dear brothers and sisters, I have met personally some of the missionaries who have worked in Vietnam and in East Asian countries. And there is a missionary institute called Missionaries of Paris. They are also known as MEP missionaries. So I have met them, and they have shared their experience, how difficult it was and it is to work in those countries as missionaries. And most of them were persecuted, killed, sent in exile. One of the highlighting thing, one of the priests told, elderly priest, he told, we know that when we go there, we will be killed. We know when we go there, we will be persecuted, but still we keep going. This is the identity of a missionary, not afraid of anything. As St. Paul says, nothing could separate us from the love of Christ. And St. Paul would say, it's a curse on me if I do not preach the good news. Therefore, St. Paul himself was a persecutor. He was persecuting the church. He wanted to kill the Christians, or he wanted to put all the Christians into prison. But later, when he had this encounter with the risen Lord, he became persecuted. A persecutor becoming persecuted for the sake of the gospel. And we see and we read in the book of the Acts of the Apostles, St. Peter and John, they were questioned by the leaders. And they asked them, we have commanded you, we have told you not to preach in the name of Christ. Never preach the man who was crucified. And St. Peter would say, he was bold enough to say, we have to obey the commandments of God. We have to obey the will of God, not the commandments of human. Look at in today's gospel, my dear brothers and sisters. Jesus is telling, for my name's sake, they will drag you out of the synagogues, they will take you to prison, and they will persecute you. And not only outsiders, Jesus is telling, even your parents, even your friends, even your brothers and sisters will betray you. And we see this in today's society, in today's world. We think that we have a very comfortable Christian life, or a very comfortable Christianity. At the beginning of the church itself, the first, second, third centuries, we have seen how the church was persecuted, how the Christians were killed for the sake of the gospel, how the martyrdom became a seed of mission. The blood of the martyrs became the real witness to the people. Therefore, that persecution still continues in different forms, of course. And we hear how the missionaries are being persecuted, how Christians are being persecuted. Still, there are places. Sometimes these things don't come on media. But let us remember the words, by your endurance, you will gain your lives. So this is the correct moment to witness our faith. We should not hide ourselves. We should not feel shy to say that I am a Christian, that I bear the name of Christ. We need to witness to the truth. Wherever the truth is spoken, there you will encounter persecution. Wherever you speak truth and stand for justice, there you will have to face problem. But as Christians, we need to stand for the truth, stand for the justice, because Jesus himself said, as we reflected last Sunday, I was born and I came into this world to bear witness to the truth. Therefore, you and me as Christians, let us stand for the truth as our Master himself did. Let our lives become another witness